Well, it is another Thursday here at WVTC Gospel Network, and this is Singled Out for This Moment in Time with Evangelist Tanya Cuffie, and that is me. I am so happy to be with you all. Oh my goodness, once again, it has been hot. Do I look like I've been in the heat, y'all? Do I look like a little lousy? Come on, talk to me. You are welcome to come on in and join me on today. It has been a week, and I'm grateful that this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. Let me tell you, it has been a busy week. A busy week. I am grateful to have made it through another year. Yes. When I'm talking about another year, oh my goodness, Destiny Worship Center Ministries, Pastor DeAndre Patterson, we celebrated 21 years in a concert. Oh my goodness, and it was live. It was on point. I'm telling you, Lil Harry, New Direction, and Gerald Gray, and listen, Pastor Darrell Smith and Cosmopolitan took us out of here. Let me tell you, they were on fire. They did their thing. All of them did their thing, and especially Destiny Worship Center Ministries, Worship and Praise Chorale. Let me tell you, under the leadership, the minister of music, Elder Donald Buster Woods, let me tell you. And of course, the maestro, the choir master himself, Pastor DeAndre Patterson, did their thing by getting us all together, getting these great songs, great melodies. I mean, it was melodious. It was on point. The praise was there. The worship was there. Everything was there. And guess what? Chicago showed up. Thank you. I just had to get that out of the way. It was all good. It was all good. It was great. It was awesome. It was marvelous. Fantastic. Let me tell you. And just being in a place where you can grow, thrive, and you can just do your thing in Jesus' name, okay? I am grateful for what God is doing in the body of Christ and with the people of God and with leadership that pray and watch over souls. I am grateful for the leadership that I am under. It's a blessed moment in time, let me tell you. And let me just say, you handsome and most beautiful singles, I pray that you are taking care of yourselves out here in this heat, huh? I just looked at my dashboard when I was coming to the station, and it said 99 degrees. 99 degrees. Now listen. I pray that you are staying hydrated. I pray that you're not out there jogging in the height. Listen, I don't even know how your gym shoes can hit the pavement and not start melting as you're running. I'm not understanding, because it is hot out there. Come on, the concrete gets hot, and y'all out there running, jogging, skating, skateboard, all kind of stuff. I know you got to get to where you got to go, but at the same time, let's just use wisdom in this heat, okay? Well, I do look a little glossy, but it's all good. It does something to the melanin. Yes, anywho, I am excited to be with you all once again. Let me tell you, I do have a guest. Oh, Shouting Gail, blessings to you. God bless you. Look at Pastor Charlie Mabry. Good evening, my brother. Good evening. I am grateful. I have one of the most, I call her a teacher. She's poised for it. Okay. She is one of a kind. My guest today is, with diction, pronunciation, just the grammar and the posture and how you should be in your natural state, spiritual state. Let me tell you, in the marketplace, in your community, we've got to be poised for it all. Look at my mother. Join me. Hello, mommy. How are you? I am excited that I have a great, awesome. She's prominent. She's awesome. I know she's like, Tanya, would you please stop? But I can't help it because everyone needs a Tabitha Johnson, a Tabitha J in her life, in your lives. You need a Tabitha J in your life. She is one of a kind. She is a consultant, a mentor, a strategist, a speaker. You need someone to just speak that thing into existence. She will speak you under a rug. She will talk you. And when I say talk, she has that talk, right? She has that added, that added something, that added, Everyone needs a Tabitha J. How are you, Tanisha? Good evening, woman of God. You all are coming on. Listen, if you are in a place of needing to be more poised for the purpose, you need to be joining this show. And if you know someone that knows someone, please like, comment, and share on today. We are in for a treat. I told her that I would be talking for a few minutes and I would be saying hello to my handsome and most beautiful singled out souls out here in the social media land. I pray that you are on YouTube, Facebook. More importantly, just please go to WVTC Gospel Network. Check me out over there. I am grateful for last week's show with none other than Elder Lisa Douglas Allen. Oh, how did I switch that up? Lisa Douglas Allen. That's why I said it slow so I can get it right? Lisa Allen, Elder Lisa Allen. I am so grateful for that show. It on WVTC Network. It has gone over 600 views. We had something to talk about, you all. And we're always going to have something to talk about. Please. Yes, I'm saying it. Please. Yeah, please. That's Trinity in one, 3 times. Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. Please. Make sure you visit WVTC Gospel Network and you tell a friend, you tell someone, and tag about 5 people about it. This is a show that becomes informative. We are emotionally connected to you. We're financially connected to you. Oh my goodness, we're spiritually connected to you. We are connected to you. Come on. It's with that love and kindness that we draw, and that is our intention. It's with love and kindness, compassion, understanding, being empathetic. This show is about reaching you where you are, singles. Yes, singled out. Yes, you singled out for Jesus. You're singled out for this time. You're singled out and you're seen. You are seen. We see you. You have what it takes to be who you are. You have what it takes. You have potential. You're more than potential. My goodness, you have purpose. Come on here. As long as you're in the will of God, glory to God, you have what it takes. Because it's with the strength of God that you do what you do. Here's the scripture I love, and this is what gets me through. It's in him that we live, move, and we have our being. You know I'm going to go biblical on you. So get ready, get ready, get ready. So be singled out right now. Be singled out for this moment in time with me. I am excited to be with you. This is a grace place to be. And I am grateful for the owner, Elder Reverend Frank Morris, in the house. He is doing his thing. And let me tell you, every time I ask him how he's doing, he says he's blessed and God keeps blowing his mind. Yeah, I'm talking a little bit. I need to talk because I need to encourage not only you, but me as well. Every time I ask him how he's doing, he's blessed. Goodness gracious. I don't care how he feels. I don't care what's going on. He's very careful because we're remembering that life and death is in the power of the tongue. And we only want to speak those things that be not as though they were. And every single time I ask him, how's it going? He always has a word to put in the atmosphere. All right. Because the Prince of Air is listening. The Prince of Air is listening. And we are, glory to God. We're not going to give glory to him, but we're going to speak it so that he knows that we're standing on the word of God, because it's in the word that we hide it in our heart that we may not sin against thee. I could keep on going, but I'm not. I do have a guest, and we are poised for purpose. Oh, she is a woman of etiquette. And I believe, I believe that she should be on very shortly. But in the meantime, between time, I cannot say enough how grateful that I am for you all blowing up WVTC Gospel Network with the views on last week. And guess what? Even on YouTube. Come on here. I am grateful that we are saying something that meets you right where you are, that grips you right where you are. Glory to God. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my goodness. She says she's sitting there. She's sitting there. Do you see her? I don't know. Okay, can you? Okay, never. Okay, great. Well, sis, we're about to send another situation to you. So keep your ears and eyes open. We're about to send something else to you. But in the meantime, between time, I am grateful for this place. I believe I see Maisha Ramon Perry. He pushes and encourages me. I am grateful for that. This man of God. Come on here. I am grateful for Sister Laveda Jackson. She is so supportive. She is always on it. And Dr. Newman, little bro, Papa is in the house. Blessings to you, Papa. Hope all is well with you. Listen, she says, I got you, LOL. Yeah, child, we gonna get it. We gonna get you on. We gonna get you on because you have something to say and the people need to hear it. Yes, Lord, yes. And I'm sure you have people that are listening and waiting to hear, what you have to say, because I truly believe that it is informative. Yes, it is. Now, let me tell you something. This is only going to be a time that you have to look, hear, see, feel, have all your senses open. Come on. Hey, Dr. Nancy Murphy has joined me. Hey, sis, how are you? This is a woman that you should know. Absolutely. Dr. Nancy L. Murphy. I would love to have you on the show. God is going to pick something because with your married self. But I usually have a few married couples to come on and to say some things, to give some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, come from a place where there is a need of understanding. Okay, there is a need. You hear me? And she deals with childcare as well. So she is someone you should know. She is someone you should know. One of the best childcare providers you would ever know. Yes, I'm making a plug. Yes, all my people that are connected to me, that's what I do. Make a plug. She is one of a kind. She's very attentive to your child. She knows the business with her eyes closed. She has just a way with her. And we love how the children are learning. They form, oh my goodness, they grow, they blossom, they thrive, and they do what they need to do. And it's all because of Dr. Nancy. Could you put your school, could you put your school in and just put it on in, since I said it, I can't really, I believe it's something blocks, but I want to get it right. I want to get it right. Please, please. And you can also advertise here, Dr. Nancy. You can advertise here. This is an hour which is seen all over. Let me tell you, glory to goodness. It's seen all over, sis. Put your business on the line. And you can advertise here. Thank you, Mother. Thank you. Look at my mom. She helps me out. Advertise your business during this hour. Hair salons, barbershops, boutiques, contractors, handyman service, printing service. Advertise your business in this 5 o'clock hour. Absolutely. And I can listen. If you need more information, please reach out. There it is. Advertise your child. Building blocks. See, I knew it. Building blocks for tots. Let me tell you, you can find her in the Naperville area. Okay. And please let licensed home child care. Let me tell you, and make sure whomever you know that needs childcare service, make sure they say my name, okay? Tanya Cuffie, Evangelist T, Evangelist Cuffie, Evangelist TJ, however, or they just call me Cuffie, some of them, you know. They got Cuffie. I'm like, you know. So did you send it to me, Elder? Okay. Okay, great. So listen. One of my sisters in the Lord. Here we go. We're going to get this. So sorry, you all. Things happen. Technology, it has a mind of their own, especially in the heat, Don't blame the body. Blame the computer. Let me tell you, it has a way of just doing whatever it wants to do. And she's got it. And she'll be on in just a second. Yes. Oh, there's my daughter, Minister Nicole Steele. Nicole loves designs, flyers, videos, bedazzled photography, and even more. Yes, daughter, we got you. We know you. We got you. And you can go and find her on Facebook as well. You can find majority of the people that I know on Facebook. You just can't find me. Guess what? I'm not on Facebook, y'all. We need to talk to the director, to whoever that deals with Facebook. I'm going to talk about it every time until I get back. Oh, my thousands upon thousands. But I have thousands upon thousands on TikTok, YouTube, all that other stuff. But when I tell you, it's something about that Facebook. But I have been blessed without Facebook. I need to say that I have been blessed beyond measure on TikTok, Instagram. Let me tell you, on the thread, I have been. And I believe, boop, there she is. There's my sister. There's Tabitha J. She's in the building.
Evangelist Tanya, how are you, dear?
Oh, you can say I'm okay. I'm okay.
You were winging it. I was watching the whole time. I said, okay.
I know you were tickled.
Thing. Do all the things.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I have the gift of gab and I didn't even know it, honey, until I got on this show.
Do what you got to do. I'm here for it. That thing tickled me real good. I said, well, you better talk us through this thing now.
Listen, I had to keep it moving. You know, I've learned from the best. Pastor DeAndre Patterson say, no dead air. No dead air.
No dead air. That's money. No dead air.
No dead air. How are you, lady?
I am excellent. I'm very, very good. How are you? How are you this evening?
I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful. Listen, everybody. one and only Tabitha J, poised for purpose. Come
Oh,
on and talk
goodness.
about talk about that. Poised for
Well,
purpose.
I mean, it's pretty much exactly what it is. We've been all brought here for a purpose, and so life happens and things happen, but embedded in all of that is the purpose that God has set in place for our lives. And so, in order to put ourselves in the best position, we must educate ourselves, we must cultivate ourselves, and we must enhance our own language just to be able to communicate across the board and communicate with different walks of life to carry that purpose out, because our purpose is, of course, not limited to one culture or to one race or to one body. We have to universally communicate with everyone, because again, that it is not just limited to the Church of God in Christ or to the Baptist church, or it's to communicate to the lost, to the believed and to the lost. So with
Absolutely.
that being said, we have to build our message and build our strategy to be able to send that message pretty much across the board. And so with that being said, you can't present yourself any particular kind of way, so that's where the poise come in, and that poise comes from within, your
Mm,
belief in yourself, and your belief in what God has placed in you. And so that builds your poise and that builds your confidence. And of course, we work on our character all along the way, so that we will be heard, everything that we have come to say and everything that we were sent to say. So that's pretty much what it's about. And so my task on just a regular basis, not necessarily by stage, by pulpit, by air, by wave, by whatever, it's just walking down the street or in a classroom or whatever setting you provide for me. It's that basically of an architect to help you find your place, and to just kind of get a recognition of where you're going and how to live that out loud,
mm,
and also recognize the moments when you have to be silent, to pull back on the emotions and think more in the matter of strategy, or think more in the matter of spirit, being spiritual in that
mm.
regard, to know what God has sent you to do, so not to let distractions come your way. So that was a very long run-on sentence, as far as
It was so
what you
good.
come to do, what our purpose really is. And a lot of times we have to look beyond circumstances just to do what we've come to do, what we've been born to do, what we've been sent to do. So,
Absolutely. You
always
said
for
that.
purpose in itself.
You always have a way. I don't care if it was a run-on sentence, you could take the show. Just keep talking. You have a way that when you open up your mouth, you're like EF. What was that? EF.
E.F.
What was that?
Hutton.
Yeah, yeah. We gotta listen. We just need to we just need to listen, lady. Let me tell you, she is someone. I call you a consultant, right? I see
Yes,
you
thank
as
you.
a consultant, who could come in your situation, whatever it is, business,
Absolutely. Hmm.
ministry. I mean, listen, your children, trying to get your child right,
Yeah,
your daughter, your son. There is a
absolutely.
way that God has given her to just show and just kind of embrace and then coach and
Absolutely.
in a sense correct people and situations so that it could
Hmm.
just come out to be to make it all make sense, right? That's what you do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And Tab, this came
Yeah.
from a place. This came from a place, lady. I know you woke up one day. I just can't take it. I just came from a place where it's just you had to, because sometimes I'm thinking like, don't these people just know better? Like, why? I mean, you just can't say men's and pants. You just can't go into a marketplace and just say, you just can't, go in with your flip flops and your little shorts and your midriff for an interview. You just can't do that. And you want a
True.
job? Oh,
This is true. But the reality of that is, we would think that a lot of people, when you know better, uh,
we do
in two aspects. When you know better, you do better. But then
absolutely.
those of us that may feel like we've known better and we've always known better, we would assume that one should automatically know. But that's not necessarily true. You have
Mhm,
people come from, again, different walks of life, different backgrounds.
mhm,
They may have come from generations that did not know. Sometimes we're just taught to be good people, or sometimes we're coming from a place of trauma where people are angry by default, where people, they feel some type of way, as we would say. There's
Yeah.
different things in that regard. They come from a little bit of everything. I would teach. There was a season when I taught individuals from ages 13 to 23 in a
Mhm.
nonprofit setting. And, with a lot of them, we purposely had our community in downtown Chicago because we wanted to bring those youth off of the block, because the reality of it is they've never seen downtown Chicago. And that's the thing, that someone that has more exposure, they'd be shocked by that concept. Like, what? You've never seen downtown? You've never come off the block? You don't know what it's like beyond? But that's the reality for so many people, and that's the thing that we have to be willing to accept, and to just have grace in that manner, to know that not
Yeah.
everyone was born, as they would say, with a silver spoon in their mouth, and not everybody
Absolutely.
had the silver spoon. We had the wooden spoon, we had the, different plastic spoon, the pretty plastic spoon. There's
The
different
wooden
levels.
spoon. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
there's so many different levels of where people come from. So there's always a learning curve. And that's the thing we have to be willing to consider with anyone. So when someone says, when we see that person perhaps walking through the airport with an outfit on, I don't always want to say they can't afford it, because perhaps they can't. They just didn't know, or no one told them, what's considered to be, appropriate clothing. And now we're even in such a time where people are redefining what's considered appropriate. So then you have that thing working against us. I want to be careful when I say that, because you don't want to speak from a place of judgment.
Absolutely.
But at the same
Absolutely.
time, there's so many different variations of what's considered acceptable, particularly in this time. I'm sure that, our people from the 70s that were adults in the 60s and the 70s, they're probably looking at us like, oh, you all are out of control.
Right.
So as we're
Exactly.
looking at the ones that's coming up behind us, we're concerned and scared and terrified and all the things. But that's the reality. And that's when I think we need to just bridge and communicate, so that the message can really get across for the bigger purpose.
Absolutely. You know what, Tab? Just a second. Let me just say hello to some people that came on. I believe that my daughter,
Absolutely.
yeah, my daughter, Dr. Nancy is on here now. Dr. Nancy Murphy. Absolutely. My
She's a
daughter,
rider. That's my
oh,
girl.
yeah. Yeah. I love her. I love her. We do have Lady Latrice Dixon. How are you, lady? Thank you for being on and supporting. And of course, my daughter's on here saying, that's my TT. That's my TT, Tabitha Johnson.
Hey,
You
baby
know?
girl.
Yeah, she is on here. And let me tell you, she said, you are talking tonight. Yes, she is. And listen, let me tell you, if you want somebody to talk for you, talk to you, and just you just stand there and just let her talk. Just go ahead, have your
Let her
way.
go. I'm a
Have your way.
talker. I will own that. Yes, I am a bit of a talker. When push, trust, I'll go. Just push that button and I'll keep going.
Absolutely. And let me just get this out here. Please, if anyone advertise your business during this hour, hair salons, barbershops, boutiques, contractors, handyman service, printing service, advertise your business in this 5 o'clock hour on Thursdays. Let me tell you, I'm looking for sponsors. You hear me? This is a hot
Amen.
spot. And it's getting hotter. Let me tell you, I'm speaking that thing. It's getting hotter. The
That's
views
good
are
stuff.
growing. Let me tell you, and we are seen on Apple, Roku, YouTube. Let me listen, Facebook. Facebook, I need you to put me back on, period. I'm like, I'm going to get on your nerves until you hear me now. I'm going to get on your nerves, but I may let Tabitha J speak for me.
Oh
But
gosh.
anywho, let me tell you, this is the hour that you can advertise. And listen, Tab, this is a day in time. You're right. If some knew better, they would do better, right?
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna say this too. Some know better and just choose to do what they want to do. Like I want to do what I want to do. This is a generation like, who gonna tell me? I'm gonna wear this, I'm gonna say this, I'm going to act like this, my conduct, my behavior. It's me. Accept me for who I am. Now,
Absolutely.
help me with that though. Accept me for who I am. And all the attributes that come along with me. Help me with that.
Well, to be honest, for someone to make that type of statement, you're already looking at a couple of things. They're already kind of in a place of rebellion, so to speak, for them to kind of come in that way. And, it could be different things. They may come from a place of rebellion, or they may come from a place of response. We have to be careful of as far as how we present things. Before, back in the day, to be completely transparent, before some people got to know me, I didn't say much. Tanya, you kind of know me as well.
Yes.
I may not say anything, but perhaps maybe the way I walk or the way I carry myself or something, someone can get defensive. Who does she think she is? What is she doing? So people can get in a place of defense. And oftentimes when that happens, it's like, okay, everybody needs to take a step back and just kind of recognize where they are in that particular moment, whether it be by emotion or whether it be by uncertainty. We tend to respond sometimes out of uncertainty. We don't understand something, we criticize it. So
Absolutely.
again, grace kind of needs to happen from both places. And then also, to come against rebellion, sometimes you have to begin communication and come to a place of familiarity. You have to
Mm,
get to know that person before you
mm,
speak to it, before you criticize it, or before you make an assumption as far as whether it is rebellion. It may not be rebellion. It could be anything, learned behavior.
absolutely.
Could have said, my mama told me I can say this and I can tell you this and all of that. So when you build a relationship with someone, that's when
Mhm.
you can kind of come to them and say, okay, let's figure out, let's talk about this or let's talk about that. Once you learn someone, then you know how to approach them. I've learned, once again, being transparent, I've learned that you can't really just go to someone and say, I need to fix you, or this is what you need to
Good.
do. This is what you
Yeah,
need to hear, because they won't hear that. Again, they'll go into a place of defense and say, I don't
absolutely.
understand why you're telling me there's something wrong
Mhm.
with me. So we
Mhm.
have to understand the person and we have to know them before we can come to them from a place of correction. The days of
Mm.
immediate correction, unless it's truly led by God, those days are gone.
Those
Let's be
days
honest about that.
are gone. And even when you get into a place of
Hmm.
familiar, I can never say the word
Familiar, a
yeah,
familiarity.
that word. That word. I don't know. I can sing, I can talk, but saying that word is I gotta practice it. But even when you get to that place, it
Hmm.
is even and when you get close enough, it's either they either accept it or reject it. They just want to remain.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Nicole, my daughter says you can't approach everyone the same way. You have to use different approach with different people every day. Learn the people so that way you can approach the people correctly. But even
Absolutely.
in so, getting to know them, they can either accept what you're saying or reject it. And when they
Absolutely.
reject it, you just have to respect it, right? You just can't
Absolutely.
just,
Yeah. And
yeah.
even with that, you have to understand your motive to learn in learning a person,
Mm,
because we tend to underestimate the people that we communicate with. They're not stupid.
at all.
If you're coming to say, okay, I want to fix you, but let me come from the back way to figure out who you are, so then I can fix you. They're going to pick up on that as well. You can't
Absolutely.
really just you can't really start from that place. If you want to understand and if you want to fully invest into someone, or if you figure out that's a person that you want to share your time with, you get to learn them. That's how you come to them, from that angle. You don't really want to come to someone with a back motive of correction. Oh, I know they
Absolutely.
need me. I know they need me, so let me go on and get in their lives and learn about them and all of that, because that's not necessarily the right motive. And again, that person can easily pick up on it. They have a spirit just like you do. So, we have to always understand it from the other person's point of view. Don't underestimate that person, where they're coming from, what they're thinking. God could be in them just like he's in you, or the enemy could be in them, and the enemy knows
Absolutely.
your vices. So,
Absolutely.
so with that, they'll play those tricks. So you got to be real careful when you
Got to
when
be
you approach
real.
somebody. Know your motive. Know your motives. Check your motives.
Check your motives. Listen, how you doing, Sister Kim Rogers? She says greetings to the chat, and she also says that's the gift of choice, ladies.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey,
Absolutely.
Kim.
Uh,
Absolutely.
also, my mom is saying something. Some people are happy in their current state. I think it's going down. Go back down. That's the last statement. Yeah, right there. Some people are happy in their current state and feel you can take it or leave it, not interested in growth, not interested in growth, expansion,
Yep.
not interested at all.
And you know what? Let them be. If that's where it is, let them be. Our assumption is that they may not be interested in growth. They just may not be interested in our pace.
Hey,
They may not be interested in our mindset or how
wow.
we choose to do things. I like what I'm seeing with, like Kim said, that's the gift of choice. I think uh, um, Evangelist Minister Elder Lisa, I see her
Yes.
on there. Hey, girl, she's
Yes,
talking
she
about choice
does.
as
Yes, she
well.
does.
That's that amazing gift that God gave us from
Yeah,
day one. He gave us the gift of choice. He gave us free will.
absolutely. He didn't push himself on us, right? He gave
Absolutely
us a
not.
choice to either accept him or reject him, right?
Absolutely.
And and this is why it's a beautiful thing. When I saw you uh, just embracing the young ladies at a very early age. See, they got to do what we say, huh? They got to do what we say. It is what's going to be. This is how you go. Train up a child in the way they shall go. As they grow
Absolutely.
old, they shall not depart. We got to get to them early. And then hopefully,
Absolutely.
they could grow into, or they either accept it or reject it at an older age. But there's one thing I love that you took time, and let's just go here, this etiquette piece with our
Sure.
young ladies. I'm not sure, have you ever dealt with the young men, but you dealt with the young ladies, right?
I have. I worked with young men in the early stage when I first began. Again, referring back to the nonprofit, shout out to Jobs for Youth Chicago and that amazing team. Unfortunately, they're no longer in existence. So
Oh,
they lost their funding and everything. We were in downtown Chicago,
oh
and they
wow.
were amazing. And
Mm,
during that time, we built what we call focus groups. And
mm,
so my area was etiquette for the young men and the young women. And so taught the young men as well. But it was an interesting thing. And I think we may have talked about this ages ago.
mm,
But when we had the conversation with the young men, it was very different. It was extremely
mm.
different from the young women. They have, there's some common issues, there's some common things that are happening there. But a lot of the young men, believe it or not, they were talking about business. They were talking about ways to make money. They were talking about ways to move forward. Now, some of the ways were legit and some of the ways were not. But
Exactly.
all the same, they were quite aware and more aware of, current news and current events than we thought. And then when it was time to meet with the young ladies were talking about the men. They weren't talking about current issues. They weren't
Mm,
talking about the things of the world.
mm,
And it broke my heart, so to speak, because so much of their angle was about how they may have been viewed through the eyes of men, or how they could be accepted by men, and what type of standards they could meet as far as where men are concerned, and how they could attract them,
oh,
and just to they felt like their advancement in any way was based upon men. Now, granted, this was a different group, a different group of people, and
mhm.
we were working with, some challenged children and different things like that. But at the same time, I've worked with other young ladies as well. And I've started to hear that thing ring and echo, over time. And it's unfortunate. And not just to make it about a male versus female type thing, but we do know that's an issue. And yes, to come back to what you were saying, the men need us. And sometimes it's not always very easy to speak to the young men. We need the men to come out there. So
Yes.
shout out to the brothers, to the accomplished, forward thinking
Oh,
that are
brother.
out there. You need
Yeah.
to reach back. Those young guys need you. They need you to
Mhm.
talk to them, and they need you to relate with them and the things that they're going through right now. So definitely want to just
Mhm.
kind of pause to tell you that, because to be honest, I don't know if it can be considered old school or whatever. I think there's some things that women can't always impart into the men. We can encourage them, we can
Absolutely.
nurture them, we can do all those things, but there are some things that just need to happen as far as iron sharpening iron. The men
Ab-
need each other, and the young
ab-
men need the older men. So that's also why I kind of geared towards young ladies.
And you said something. Iron sharpens iron, and
Absolutely.
when you pause and let's talk about the men established. I
Hmm.
mean, you have it together, professionals, business entrepreneurs. I mean,
Hmm.
you know, CEOs, when you take
Absolutely.
the time out of your
Hmm.
busy schedule to just kind of pour back into someone who is coming up, you can see, I know that there is a young man that you see yourself in, men of God and
Absolutely.
men in the kingdom. I know that you see a gentleman who reminds you of yourself that you could just kind of
Absolutely.
pour back into. It is so true. The men, older men, younger men need each other. They do,
Absolutely.
as well as the older woman, the seasoned woman, the wise woman needed the younger woman, and the younger woman needing a seasoned woman to just, it's the pouring. It's the
Absolutely.
pouring that
It's the
matters.
point. Yeah, and it needs to be pretty much across the board because the other thing
Absolutely.
that I notice, the men do when the men pour into the young men, and we have these different educational programs and different things like that. I've seen some of them and they're amazing.
Yes.
But at the same time, often if you pay attention, and I think that's been kind of a critique from a lot of women, when the women are pouring into us, they're teaching us how to build our families and how to raise our children and how to please
Isn't
that
that
man and
something?
how to keep him happy. But when it's time for the men to talk to the men, they're like, brother, go get your money. Go do this. Go get that promotion. Go do this. Don't have any issues with the police. They're talking about everything except how to love a
Everything
woman the
but
right way. They're
everything.
talking to them except how to build your house and how to build your family once you get in there. The counseling comes to us. And the counseling don't necessarily go into the men, not by default from that aspect. So when you find that opportunity, by all means, it's a blessed place to be. When you find a man that'll impart to another man on how to be a husband, on how to be a partner, on how to uphold your house, how to lead your house and to walk in the world at the same time, because that's a lot of things that a man says too. I don't have time for that because I'm too busy to do this. But the woman, they're doing it all
We do it all.
because
We
we're
got to
working
build
that.
up that
We're
house.
doing, we've got businesses and, we're moms and we're all the things. And at the same time,
Yeah,
we're being taught on how to, make the guy happy. So it's a lot of things happening there. It's a lot of different dynamics that's happening. And we've got to find a way for that communication to go across the board to help.
absolutely. Absolutely. Let me get to these comments. I see that
Yes.
Elder Lisa Douglas Allen says, this is so true. The perspective is so different from girls and boys. And I believe there's
Yes.
Kim Rogers. Kim Rogers
Hmm.
said, a great majority of the old school ways of being raised are not lost. I refuse to believe that. I think that the respect has been lost for what it represents. My
True.
mom, and she said, I scream for your etiquette to be returned. Yes, yes, because I'll be right there. There's some things I need to know too. But anywho, but my mother says, Tanya, your dad did that. How many young men came to us after he passed away to tell how much they appreciated the nuggets he gave for their business, on their growth in general? This bringing me to tears because I
Yeah.
can't. When I tell you,
Yeah.
from the people from church, I mean, the people in the community, just people. I mean, people from way back coming. Man, y'all saw your dad, and he took some time with me, and he gave me a few dollars to do this with my business. Or I didn't know that he helped the youth department, at the church, and they came to us and said, well, man, Deacon Cuffie was this, and he did that, and we didn't see it. We didn't see
Yeah.
it. We didn't see it behind the
Yeah.
scenes. That's what he was. He was that old school cat, right? Who
Absolutely.
saw something. He
Yeah.
saw the vision of the young man, and he poured
Absolutely.
into that and encouraged that. And that's beautiful. And that's one
It's
of the
amazing.
things. One of the things I love about you, teacher Tabitha J, etiquette coach Tabitha J, is one of the things I certainly love about you is that when you see a thing, you're very wise. You're very wise on how you approach it. You are a strategist. You're very strategic on how you approach it. And then, he gives you the wisdom to speak upon it at the appointed time. And I am a witness to you. Yes, woman of God, I am a witness to you speaking to me. Tanya, you may need to rethink that. Absolutely. Thank you. Soundboard, sounding voice. Yes, mouthpiece of God in the way that you are. I thank you for bringing me on down, because I get excited and I be ready to, at the gate, ready to go off and do my thing. But not all the time it's needed. At that point in time, I need to digress and hey, just make it make sense, right? Just make it make sense. Let me see. My mom
sister's
said,
so funny, y'all.
what's she saying?
Y'all so funny. Oh gosh. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it, and as far as Dad Cuffie, he was one in a million, and the thing about it is, that was his standard. I don't even know if I want to call it a gift. That was just the standard. Like you called him a cool cat. That's how the guys
Okay.
moved back in the day. And they took care of their families, they took care of all the things. And when they
Yeah.
saw a guy going to the left, they like, hey, hold on, brother, what are you doing? Come on now, you need to be moving differently, and
Absolutely.
even a shout out to my dad. He was that guy too, that took care of his family and stuff. It was interesting, before he passed, I didn't even know. It's one of those things, it's like, I don't know if he saw it coming. He told a neighbor, another man, that he was kind of imparting into, and I had no clue. He was like, if I'm not around, you take her garbage out, talking about my mom and my family
Oh,
and all of us. He was like, you take her garbage out, make sure they're taken care of. That's what you're supposed to do for this community. And so, we're there, and my dad is gone, times later, months later, and we're finding out some guy's taking the garbage out, going, well, wait a minute, who's this taking that garbage out? And he told us, he was like, your dad told me to start to make sure you guys were good and take that garbage out. And it just kind of blew our minds. But that just speaks to the way that the men of that time moved. And so,
yeah.
and I'm not going to write it off
Mm.
as if they don't exist, because they do.
They
But
do
it's just that
exist.
we don't see it like we used to. And I really just, that's part of our prayer. We want
Yes.
that to come back. We want that thing to rotate around like old fashioned. We want
Absolutely.
it to come back like those bell bottoms. They coming back. Let the men
Man,
come back.
listen,
Move how they're
I will
supposed
be
to
here.
move. You know. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. We only have a few more minutes, but I see the Elder
Yes.
Lisa said, yes, he was a class act, Dad Cuffie. When I tell you, I go back in my mind, I said, well, Daddy, you were something else. Like, I just think of the things, and it's like, oh my goodness. Maisha Ramon Perry says, oh, okay, if you are enjoying this, yeah, please like and share and comment. Let me tell you, we are on here, we're doing it. These guests that I bring, listen, I wish I had an offering basket. I wish I had something. Let me tell you, they are worth it. They are worth it for whatever event that you have that is dealing with what they obtain. Listen, she's a speaker, she's a strategist, she's a mentor. Tabitha J, she can talk, you all. She communicates effectively. And if you don't know how, she can show you how. Let me tell you, and she's one of a kind. And she's one of the sisters I just say hats off to. Thank you for doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Mean, there's more to you to come. I'm sure there's another book,
Absolutely.
book,
Yeah.
journal. Yeah, I'm sure.
Working on some things.
Hey,
I've been praying about the book, so we're trying to get the book pushed back out. Working on a podcast, working on a women's group. So there's a women's group coming up. I'll just tell everybody, start out by checking out for our minority sisters. But it's for everyone, but it's geared for our minority sisters. Black Women of Illinois. If you happen to be in the state of Illinois, working with those women, we're just going to get together and have a great time and just get into the culture and do some of the things that we may not have the ability to do on our own. You know, you want to go to that movie, or you want to check out that new spot, or, you know, you want to go see the sunset and you just don't want to do it by yourself. Get together with some like-minded, forward-thinking women. So, you know, it started out in Evanston, and we're branching out to Illinois, and then we're going to come out to the west suburbs. We got some things going on, y'all. So a lot happening, and we're going to continue empowering our ladies.
Man, let me tell you, thank you. And there was another flyer. I hope you have it, Elder. I pray that you have it. Let me tell you, there's more for information. I sent it. Let me tell you, who is it? There it is, right there. Go up, right there. No, down, right there. That one. Yes, there she is. Come on, Poised for Purpose. Empower your reality purpose every moment. Listen, CEO Tabitha J Enterprises. Listen, you all. This is her information. You need it. She has it. We've got to go. I am appreciative that you said yes. Oh, absolutely. My goodness. Thank you.
Love you, girl.
Love you, Tanya. Too. Oh my goodness. We will not be on, I believe next week is the 3rd. Going to eat some barbecue, have a good time with friends and family. We will be back. I believe I have Pastor Willie J. Taylor coming. Oh. I think it's the 10th. I don't know. I'll get it. But he's the next guest after the 3rd. Okay, you all. See you and get ready. We're going to have a big party, virtual party, birthday party. I'm saying it now. I need all my friends in the studio, out there in Facebook land, wherever you are. July 17th is a birthday party. We're going to have fun, you all. Thank you, Tab.
Thank you, Tanya. Can't wait for the birthday turn up. Everybody have an amazing evening.
Yay. I'm excited. Love you all. Until next time. God bless.